This is In the Know for August the 28th, 2020. It's Uncle Sam Gormley guiding you through another edition of the show. You might be listening with us here on K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose, via the K105.com, watching with us via Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, all of the different ways that we have for you to consume the show. Coming up today, we will update you on the Republican National Convention, the COVID-19 numbers. Today's Where's Quacky will be coming up, and a segment that I think the only way that I can really describe it is just simple enough. So 2020. But first, it's Friday.
Go to church.
So I got to do it, right?
Absolutely.
I was going to say, you were okay with me not doing your intro, but you were not okay with me not playing
Taking
this
me to church on Friday.
I got to do it. Misty Thomas is our co-host, number one for today. And it's Friday.
It is Friday.
Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory.
You gotta sing with me.
See, I can't get all the sound effects. Fire and brimstone.
There you go.
I got it.
Yeah.
See, I can't get to that point just quite yet.
Yeah.
How's Misty? There you go. I can get that far.
Very well. I am setting out on our maiden voyage to camp for the first time this summer in our new camper the husband bought. And Laura decided to join us to camp. So I'm not for sure how it's gonna turn out, or if we're even gonna be able to go.
Okay.
So
you're a napper.
yes, I take a nap. I sleep 3 hours in the afternoon and about 4 hours at night.
So a new study says taking long naps may be bad for you.
Well, the last study said I was supposed to take naps during the day and then split my day up at night.
This one comes from China, so you know.
Well, so did the coronavirus.
So the new study says long naps lasting more than an hour were linked to 30% higher chance of early death.
Well, listen, I'm not opposed to dying young as long as I die quickly. That's my prayer.
Okay. So the next sentence saves you here, because this is only affecting people who sleep more than 6 hours a night. And you say you do not do that, so I guess you are okay when it comes to that.
I sleep 4 hours a night.
Right, that's perfect. All righty, we can go in and bring in co-host Dose number 2 from the Grayson County Extension Office, Whitney Carmen. Whitney.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great.
Appreciate you joining us. Oh, it's Friday. It's the best day of the week. I know you have 2 kids, one on the way, right?
Yes, and I have survived the first week of virtual learning.
So
wow, that's a big deal.
Well,
yeah, big deal.
So I saw this story this morning, and I know. So what's your oldest kid? How old?
He will be 9 next month.
9, so 3rd grade, right?
Yeah, third grade.
Perfect, because this is exactly what this story dives into. I nailed it. So a school-loving Denver 3rd grader is hosting front yard story time for other kids. So we'll have a picture that'll pop up here in a second. So the school-loving, this child is 8. But he says, I miss my friends and my teachers and even the strangers I didn't know. I miss the socialization. Instead of telling her mom about the first week of school, he asked her mom what else she could do. So she is bringing the kids all together safely, and she is doing story time with the other kids that are in the neighborhood. So she says, I'm in the 3rd grade. My inspiration for this program is to help kids have something to look forward to.
That's great.
I really want to go back to school, is what she says.
You know what I think will happen is, we all love the first day of school, but then the second day of school to the last day of school, it was like, meh. But I really think, I'm using my words.
Okay.
Right. Did you all appreciate that? I really think when the kids get back to school, though, they're going to have a deeper appreciation for the structure and framework of school itself. So
there's no doubt. I mean,
some silver linings going to come out of this.
Everyone in general is taking things.
Oh, parents for sure.
Well, I mean, even just it's the small things of not being able to go to McDonald's, sit there and eat your lunch, 30 minutes in silence, sitting in the restaurant. You take those small things for granted that I don't think.
Yeah,
they won't be small things anymore.
Yes. Oh, praise teachers!
Oh.
I mean, mine are wonderful and have helped out a whole lot. But it is
not to reopen the wound. But I wonder if we could take this experience and go back to the pension fight that teachers were having. How different with the political rhetoric. It was like, we're all, whatever they say goes. We don't care.
Yes.
Give the teachers all the things.
Yes.
Misty touched on it in the open, but the remnants of Hurricane Laura moved through today, bringing rounds of heavy rain, gusty winds, and a few stronger storms. A small isolated tornado threat possibly in this area this afternoon. Highs will be in the 80s. By late tonight into Saturday morning, the rain and thunderstorms will move east of the area, leaving behind 1 to 3 inches of rain. So again, heavy rain through tonight. Tomorrow, it's scattered thunderstorms, high around 86. Low of 62 tomorrow, so that'll be pretty nice.
If it could just go on before Saturday afternoon. We got baseball games here in town, so
just dissipate.
Go on,
just Laura, go home.
Let's put 3 inches of rain on the field. They can play through anything, right?
Let's just hope it doesn't rain that much.
Last night, Biden-Trump became officially official. So Donald Trump officially accepted the Republican nomination for president, and he had a few flags on stage. I don't know if you saw that. He had, I think, at one count, I saw 56 American flags behind him. In fact, if we can even go full screen on the picture, if you're watching with us on Facebook, see, that's only a little bit of them.
Yeah.
So he just lined up the stage with American flags.
All the
and
flags in the
after
world
his
came.
speech was over, fireworks were going off in the background and everything on the White House lawn. But you'll never guess that he took some shots at Biden. I know that might shock you, but
I guess it turnabout's fair play, huh?
Yeah. He said, "We have spent the last 4 years reversing the damage Joe Biden inflicted over the last 47 years." As when Trump finished, a massive fireworks display went off by the Washington Monument, complete with explosions that spelled out Trump 2020. His acceptance speech kicked off the final stretch of the campaign, a race now fully joined and, despite the pandemic, soon to be crisscrossing the country. Trump's pace of travel will pick up to a nearly daily pace, while Biden, who has largely weathered the pandemic from this Delaware home, announced Thursday that he will soon resume campaign travel. There was all kinds of things talked about. Obviously, you had, have you heard of this thing called the Rona? Mm-hmm. Have you heard about
I'm aware.
it? I'm not
From
sure.
China?
Yeah, not entirely sure. A lot of topics that were talked about, but
Talked for a long time, right?
I was
From what I
I was
heard,
being
I didn't
told
listen.
something along the lines of 70 minutes or something was.
I was in bed by then, so.
It was a late night.
I
so.
tried to hang with him, but I just finally, I didn't have a nap yesterday, so I actually had a normal night like most people. So I was asleep at like 9:35 was the last time I looked at the clock. I'm like, I'm trying to listen, but I can't do it today.
I was watching the Reds game, so and they won. So that was good.
Yeah,
but it's perfect. Outside of the speech, though, as it was held on the White House lawn, there were protesters. Hundreds of demonstrators gathered around the White House for a, quote, noise demonstration and dance party in an attempt to drown out President Donald Trump's speech accepting the Republican presidential nomination. And later, a crowd enveloped Rand Paul as he walked out there, and they chanted things along the lines of, "I hope you hear us, Trump." The band that played there was blaring music and so on. One protester held up a sign titled "Nightmare on Pennsylvania Avenue." Make noise if you want to drown out Trump, said one, and so on and so on. And then the No Justice, No Peace, say her name. Paul later tweeted that he had been attacked by a, quote, crazed mob. A block from the White House, the senator and his wife kept walking and did not appear to have been touched by any of the protesters or to have suffered any injuries. So there's the picture of Senator Paul, and we just need to wrap some bubble wrap around him. He seems to just get into neighbors, protesters.
He can't even mow his yard. He had the Rona. He was one of the first, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah, he was one of the first to have the Rona.
I feel like that was years ago.
Well, 19 years ago in March.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
It feels like that.
Yeah.
Central
Poor
Louisiana is a, quote, hot mess as Laura's leftovers move east. The remnants of Hurricane Laura unleashed heavy rains and twisters hundreds of miles inland from a path of death and mangled buildings along the Gulf Coast. And forecasters warn of new dangers as the tropical weather blows towards the eastern seaboard this weekend. So we have some pictures that you'll be able to see if you are watching with us. I know that the governor of Louisiana said it's clear that we did not sustain and suffer the absolute catastrophic damage that we thought was likely, but we have sustained a tremendous amount of damage. Yeah. So they said it wasn't as bad as they thought, but that doesn't mean, you can look by just seeing some of these pictures on just how bad it is. The governor called Laura the most powerful hurricane to ever strike Louisiana. Meaning it surpassed even Katrina, which was only a Category 3 back in 2005.
And did it not hit the same day, 15 years apart? Is that right?
I've not heard
Close
that.
to
Is
it.
that right?
It's very well. I
Close
remember
to
I was
it.
a freshman in college when Katrina hit, and I remember watching it from my dorm room, and we had just started school, so I feel like it was. And I could be wrong. That's like I said, facts are not my strong suit.
Facts are
I know
optional.
it was really close.
Top of the hour, there were 6 deaths being reported.
So I know, in fact, here I can look. I have here later on in my This Day in History, I had something about Hurricane Katrina. On this date in 2005, it says it continued to strengthen, reaching Category 5 status. So I guess that's since it was crossing. So if not
close.
the same date,
same
it was really close to it.
Yeah.
So we mentioned a little bit of it just a few minutes ago, but the remnants of Laura will be coming into the Commonwealth soon. As because of that, there's been flash flood warnings that have kind of stretched most of the state. Laura sustained maximum winds of 150 miles per hour when it made landfall in Louisiana early Thursday morning. The National Weather Service in Louisville says it will merely be a tropical depression when it reaches Kentucky. So a tropical depression means sustained wind speeds of 39 miles per hour, but that goes all the way down to 0. So keep that in mind. He says it does not mean that 39 miles per hour per system will be when it gets here. So he debunked that there were some rumors going that it was going to be like Hurricane Ike that came through in 2008. I don't know. I know with me in Northern Kentucky, we got really hit with that. I remember sitting in our kitchen at home, and we had a tree in the backyard, and we were sitting there watching, and all of a sudden the tree just snapped in half. So, and the shingles on the roof were going off like crazy. So he says it's not like that, at least, knock on wood. He says he's not predicting that it will be like that. Kentucky's governor reported 775 new cases of coronavirus on Thursday, including 130 people under the age of 18. Governor Beshear has pointed to the number of COVID-19 cases involving school-age children as school districts decided whether to reopen schools. In reporting that the 130 18 and younger were counted among the latest Kentucky virus cases, the Democratic governor said that's a trend we have to pay attention to. The positivity rate stayed below 5% at 4.8%. And there were 8 new deaths, raising the state's death toll to 910. So the overall cases is just shy of 46,000. So 45,978, as you can see there. Misty, I know you talked with Josh last hour.
I talked to Jenny Cummings with the Grayson County Health Department. We have 14 new cases for this week total. Okay. 2 hospitalized, 1 is in ICU.
So that is in addition, that counts the 5 that were reported on?
No, yes, that includes the 5. So we are now at 254 total cases reported since the beginning of the pandemic. And how many were in the hospital again? 2. 1 in ICU.
Yesterday, there was some doubts in the morning about the future of fall sports, high school sports. It's kind of been on this little ride that, 1 minute we're going to have it, 1 minute we're not, 1 minute we're going to have it, 1 minute we're going to not.
Depends on who's talking.
Yeah. So there was a report that came out late, I guess Wednesday night, saying Kentucky Department of Education, they're going to cancel it. They're having a meeting this morning, and the interim education commissioner came out yesterday and said that's not true. So he said that they're going to be discussing it. They might make some recommendations. They might make some changes to the KHSA's plan, but they're not going to cancel, is what he said. That is not on the agenda. Yesterday, they said that they received 12,000 calls between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. yesterday. But apparently some of those calls were threats.
I was going to say,
I heard
what were the calls?
It was,
and that's the thing. Listen,
nice things.
Trust, high school sports is a sense of, it's a source of income for this station. Yeah. We want it. You don't need to threaten. It's I don't think that even needs to be said. But if you go to K105.com and go to the sports section, there is a recap of what the KHSA, they released their document on how everybody's going to be safe. So attendance, how that's going to work, cheerleaders, band, each individual sports. So if you are interested in high school sports at all, just go to K105.com and there's a document on that.
So we have these things at our house called the sumo balls. You get in the ball and you run and you hit each other. I think they should play sports, and all sports, every athlete has a sumo ball, right?
Well,
you just play with the sumo ball.
It's interesting reading some of the things that they're recommending. So, there needs to be 3 balls. So, for football, for volleyball, for soccer, there needs to be 3 balls. 1 needs to be in play, 1 needs to be being cleaned, and 1 needs to be ready to go into the game. And it was interesting. They have two methods that you can wash it. You can use the old soap and water method, or you can use a disinfectant wipe. And it was like explaining, you got to wipe it down. You got to make sure it's not dry.
Make any
it was just
sense,
interesting.
Though. Because the kids are the only ones touching the balls, and they're passing the ball inside of the game to each other. So what's the point of taking it out of play to wipe it down again? See what I'm saying?
I get it.
You need to wipe it down between each player wiping or touching the ball if you really want to protect them from contact.
In soccer, in one thing, you'll have parents that'll line up on the outside of the field. So if a ball kicks, a parent might take it and throw it back to them. So it's just trying to be as safe as possible. And it's not like there's going to be one ball that's going to be waiting to go into the game regardless. So why not clean it and try and
I
take
get that,
any
but I'm
precaution
saying
that you possibly can.
It just is. I think it's sometimes some of the things we're trying to do sounds better than they're really actually going to work or do any good.
Yeah, and who knows? Will it work?
It's like, look, we're going to do all of these things, but they're really it's a futile exercise.
And like your face mask on your football, there's ways to get around doing that. I mean, it's a high contact sport. It's a risk you're taking anyway when you step on the field.
Yeah, because this year they're allowing, so when you have a face mask in football, you have been allowed to wear a visor over your eyes. Now they're allowing you to extend it over your face mask as well. So if it's almost like a true...
I can just see you getting fogged up, though, trying to run down the sideline.
I'm more concerned with a concussion or a broken neck in football than I am corona, to be quite honest with you all. When I watch it, it's a little more concerning for me than the Rona. But,
yeah. An Ohio County man has been jailed on felony drug and theft charges for stealing a copper cable from a business. According to Ohio County Sheriff Tracy Beatty, Thursday morning at 10 a.m., deputies in Kentucky State Police arrived at 431 East Main Street in Rockport to investigate the theft of copper cable from Murray Energy. They arrested John Dukes, 47, and charged him with a litany of crimes and theft by unlawful taking. For more information, you can go to K105.com. Let's see, what else do you need to know about for today? Second day of NBA playoffs were halted yesterday due to racial injustice, and I think from what it sounds like, more than likely it'll be canceled today as well, and then they'll get back and start playing again tomorrow, so they're just taking a couple of days off when it comes to that, as it was yesterday was something, or I guess it was Wednesday, something that you don't usually see. I mean, players walking off the floor. There was a moment in a baseball game yesterday where two teams, it was Marlins and Mets, I think. They came out and they took the field like they were going to play. They waited for 42 seconds and then left the field.
Because it was Jackie Robinson Day.
Today. They're observing it today. Wow. So the 42, because Jackie Robinson's number was 42. So they waited 42 seconds and walked off the floor there. The University of Kentucky football team and WKU both did not. I think Louisville did as well. I think they took practice off as well yesterday. They skipped practice to turn awareness into action. So there's a big picture here, if we can even go full screen. And it's kind of a symbolic picture. And Misty, I'm not sure if you know, so the statue that's in the middle there, do you know who they are?
I don't, no.
So Whitney, I'm sure being a Kentucky fan, you know that, and you can back me up if I'm wrong on any of this, but those are the four players who helped break the SEC's color barrier.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's kind of a symbolic picture that they're surrounding them. I know one was Owensboro and so on. So you have the picture of the team there surrounding heroes in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
That statue's fairly new, so I think it was last season or the season before.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago.
When they did a lot of the renovations, they honored them and had a big day for them. And it like I said, you're right, it's very monumental.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and there was a good article in Kentucky Today that explains they talked to some players afterwards to really discuss, why is this the thing? Why are you discussing this? And I know that Luke Fortner, who's an offensive lineman, he said something along the lines of, I came from a school that was predominantly all white. And he says, when I came to Kentucky, I started learning more of these things about what some of his teammates have had to go through. And it was interesting to hear just somebody who had never experienced it, but is trying to learn. Yeah. And it's
and that's very similar to Breckenridge County.
Absolutely.
It's very similar to Grayson County, where we are predominantly white culture. So I have continued to stress that find someone of a marginalized ethnicity and sit down and have just a conversation with them about what life is like on the daily norm for them and compare it to what it's like for you, and then find common ground to support each other.
Try to understand is the best way to describe it. We've got to get to a break. When we come back, we'll have today's Where's Quacky and the segment I'm calling So 2020. That comes up more here on In the Know.
If you're the average person, you only think about income taxes from January to April. But the choices you make 12 months a year have a big impact on your tax return preparation and even your refund. Making adjustments to your financial matters during tax filing season is like trying to lose weight during a routine doctor visit. The certified public accounting firm of Buckles, Travis & Hart work year-round to advise clients on important financial decisions so that during tax filing season, you're carrying a lot less stress and worry. Join the Peace of Mind team with Buckles, Travis & Hart. 270-259-5604. 4 or GraysonCPAs.com.
Expert care, high technology, hometown kindness. That's Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center. Here's Dr. Gregory Koo on integrative healthcare.
Integrative is basically you mix holistic medicine with modern medicine. I was the director of this holistic integrative center, but I did acupuncture, and I did that my entire career alongside of family medicine, and the results are just unbelievable.
To schedule an appointment with Dr. Koo, call 270-879-3711. Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center. Your home, your health.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages, incentive pay, benefits at 90 days, and a discount stock program offering after 6 months. Applications for production trainees are available in the front lobby with a convenient drop box. So stop by the office at 435 at Embry Drive and start your path to a career with Leggett & Platt. We need 30 new trainees immediately. So join the team where our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Down here in the South, we like good coffee that's freshly brewed, warm fluffy biscuits, and a delicious breakfast that suits your fancy. Like a savory sausage biscuit with egg, or a tasty single sausage, gravy, and biscuit from McDonald's. Now, just $2 each. Head on over to McDonald's, where breakfast is Southern inspired and Southern approved. Price and participation may vary. Available when product served. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Take your remodeling project to the next level and transform an ordinary space into an extraordinary one with Masonite doors and atrium windows from Future Designs. With Masonite and Atrium, you get countless design options that give you unmatched flexibility, energy-efficient glass choices, hardware, and more. So don't just remodel, transform with Masonite doors and atrium windows built around you. Start your transformation at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Amazon is testing out a new type of supermarket in Southern California with a shopping cart that tallies up items as it enters the basket and enables instant checkout. The Amazon Fresh Store also has Alexa stations throughout so customers can ask questions. People can enter the store the traditional way, but if they want to use the cart, they need to open up their Amazon app and swipe it. Amazon says the Fresh Store is different from their Whole Food stores in that organics are featured at Whole Foods and Fresh has a wider variety of foods. For now, you have to be invited to use the Amazon Fresh Store. Samsung says at its next virtual Unpacked event on September 1st, they'll launch their next foldable phone, the Galaxy Z Fold 2, and also give us some more details about the next-gen version of their foldable phone. LG announcing an air-purifying face mask. It fits like most with loops that hook behind the ears, but LG says they'll include 2 high-quality HEPA filters that can remove 99% of particulates in the air. The price and release date have yet to be announced by LG. Tech Report, Larry Olson.
You know I feel all right. Feel pretty good, y'all. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Come on, y'all, let's say it one more time. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah.
Today is bow tie day. It is cherry turnover day. It is crackers over the keyboard day.
Oh, no.
Red wine day. And radio commercials day.
Yay! That's how we make a living.
Yeah.
We'll have a little bit more on that tomorrow, on a little bit on that later on in the show. Tomorrow is According to Hoyle Day.
Who's Hoyle?
Honoring Britain's Edmund Hoyle on the anniversary of his death in 1769. He's the guy that took the time to formalize rules to many popular games. Thus, the expression, apparently, according to Hoyle, has come to mean playing by the rules.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that either.
I hadn't either.
International Day Against Nuclear Tests is tomorrow.
Let's take that and spread that out over like 365 days a year.
More Herbs, Less Salt Day. It is Chop Suey Day. Lemon Juice Day tomorrow. And Sunday is International Day of the Disappeared, Frankenstein Day, Beach Day, Slinky Day, and Toasted Marshmallow Day.
Why does everything have a day?
Why
did we start doing this?
I don't know.
Why not? Congratulations to Amberly Cockrell-Gaither. She was the winner of Where's Quacky Day 14 yesterday. I'll tell you what, out of the 100 almost comments that were on that, only 3 people got it correct.
Where was Quacky?
Quacky, and if we can even go full screen on this, Quacky visited Caneyville Elementary School.
Okay,
I see
The
it.
common guess was Lawler Elementary, but nope, Quacky decided he was going to go get some learning done as a Purple Flash.
Purple Flash.
At the Caneyville school there. So
Nice.
there were a few little hints there. If you see the reflection, you can maybe, if you've been in there, you can kind of see what the office looks like and so on with that. But today's Where's Quacky? If you go to the K105 Facebook page, it is up right now. Quacky is taking a visit somewhere, and if you go there, you can take your guess, and if you are randomly picked as a winner, if you get it right and are randomly picked, you will have the chance to win $1,000. So you'll get an entry into the Ducking Hunger Regatta that will be held 1 week from Monday. So you'll be able to watch that at high noon on K105 Digital Productions. But the most important thing, go buy yourself a duck. There on the page there's a link to buy. They're $5, right, Misty? So $5, and you get the chance to win $1,000. I mean,
buy 10 ducks.
Buy 10 ducks. You know,
Every
it's good.
duck represents 13 meals the Alliance is able to serve.
So it's a great cause.
It is a great cause.
So on the link
It's
on a
tax
K105's
deductible.
Facebook page, just go there. You can click the link, buy your ducks, and go from there. And try and win yourself a free one as well by guessing where Quacky is today. Do you all have any?
I absolutely know where Quacky
You
is.
know where Quacky
I've
is?
stood right there
Yeah.
where Quacky is a few times in the
Okay, so both
in the
of
news
you
department.
all know where Quacky is
Yep.
for today. But again,
Yeah.
don't comment on the video. Go to the K105 Facebook page and go from that. I teased this a little bit, and it's this segment here that I'm calling, So 2020.
Oh my.
So 2020. So there, it seems like every day we come out with new things that, the Rona, it can do this, it can't do this, it can do this, it can't do this,
I think it just is
seems
more
like,
fun.
and I
It's
can't.
like,
So guess what the Rona can do now?
the mashed potatoes.
It can waft through toilets into other apartments.
What? No.
They are testing. Aren't they testing wastewater in some places?
They must be if that's what they're.
I think they are.
Yeah.
So the study here was done at Australia's Queensland University of Technology, and the director of the International Laboratory for Air Quality and Health was the one who did this study. And yeah, so
It's traveling
through the toilets.
through the toilets. Okay.
Using a tracer simulator, scientists found infective aerosols in bathrooms up to 12 floors above the family with COVID-19.
It did not. What?
I swear, and I don't know where I've read it, but they are doing it in like some colleges. They're in the dorms and they're
Yeah.
catching outbreaks before it happens because they're testing
Really?
the. Yeah. Once
Traveling
again,
the
facts are optional,
pipelines.
but it is.
Right.
It's. I read something about how they are testing the waste
Really?
because it's almost like an instant.
That's
They find
interesting.
out. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
I just read that headline this morning, and I was like, well, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
I've always been afraid of like the snake in the toilet coming up.
Yeah,
You've
no.
seen that?
I saw a video of that the other day, and yeah.
Creeps me out.
Well, how do you?
But you can't see the Rona.
Well, how do you? My question is if they're testing it in the pipes, which I think that's what they're doing.
Right.
Yes.
Is they're testing it in the septic systems. How are they like getting the test in the pipes? I don't, without making them. I don't know. The logistical part of it to me sounds disastrous.
There's a
but-
reason I'm on radio and
Yeah.
not a scientist because
well.
I can't.
I just sit and
think that
question all the things you scientists do.
And again,
I don't understand
the
it.
second portion of So 2020. In 2020, poison ivy is more dangerous than ever.
I have to
So
get it I
the
get it every
plant
year.
isn't mutating or doing anything out of the ordinary level, but it is growing faster and potentially and becoming more potent due to increases in CO2 levels.
Really?
Yes.
You
We've had a lot of rain too, and
I've-
it likes.
I've never
I
had
guess, yeah,
poison
you're
ivy. And
You're a
some
lucky
people,
lady.
Some people aren't allergic to it. Well, I'm allergic to all the other things. Now, this is one of two reasons. I either am not allergic or I don't go in the woods.
Well, I don't have to necessarily be in the woods to get it.
I'm just saying I don't really
Yeah.
go outside a lot.
Oh,
So
well,
yeah.
I was gonna say,
I am
it's-
camping this weekend. We'll see.
Oh yeah, leaves at
You
3.
just
Let
keep-
it be.
The old announcer's jinx just happened right there.
Right, no,
Yeah.
don't jinx me.
So 2020 though. That's
I would
just
get
really what I
poison
said.
ivy for the first time.
I usually get it every year, and it's bad enough that I have to have a steroid shot because I just can't get rid of it. Yeah,
Really?
I'm knock on wood. I haven't had it this year, but I'm like you. I haven't really been outside a whole.
Yeah, I'm not been outside. I don't.
Not in those areas anyway.
I'm not sure if our chief culinary correspondent is watching with us today, but if he is, Mr. Yukon, we have a request. This Twix flavored spread will be your new favorite. This spread is chocolate based and includes crunchy biscuit pieces to mimic the taste of a Twix. So I guess it's kind of like a Nutella or a peanut butter or something that you could put on a sandwich. So
Okay.
this is coming out here new.
So it's probably a chocolate caramel
So-
spread with cookie pieces in
So
it.
the issue with it, if you're watching with us, Yukon, it's only available in the UK. So
You're gonna need to get on a
but,
plane.
you know, when you accepted the job and you accepted the hat earlier in the week, you accepted the responsibility of maybe having to get into a plane. Is that unfair to say, Misty? Or
No, I think you're spot on. Now here's my question: what are we spreading it on if all the ingredients are already in there, or are we just eating this by the spoonful?
Well,
I mean, are we putting this on toast? Are we putting it on cake?
you can
Like, what
do
would
what,
you?
what I mean, listen.
But
What
I
do
mean,
they
what's
put
the- you
Nutella
could
you could put
on?
it between a cake. I think layers,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You can do
Toast.
whatever you want when it comes to that.
pretzels.
Oh, that
That
does
would
sound
be good.
Dip it.
That would be good.
I do love
that
the
would be good.
sweet thing,
That would be good. You know, pretzel.
and that's a take
rods.
5, right? I love take 5s.
Do either one of you ever lose things? Really? Is that a?
Sunglasses.
My mind.
Yeah, my sanity,
What about
my
wallet?
religion occasionally on the show.
Wallet, either or purse.
I left my wallet one time at the grocery store in the grocery cart, and a honest woman in town said, "I found your wallet and would like to return it to you."
Good
Good
for
for
that
her.
person.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Crystal.
Mine just gets lost in like the vehicles or in my purse or in my,
Yeah.
It's,
Now I lose
haven't-
sunglasses. I leave them laying. I take them
Yes.
off, lay them down, and walk off.
Police in Ireland said they reunited a resident with a wallet they lost nearly 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
The wallet's contents included a Visa credit card and a student ID dated June 2001.
Wow.
Police said they searched the name on the cards in their database and were able to contact the wallet's owner.
Where did they find it?
It says here that police said a member of the public came into the station Tuesday to hand in a wallet that
mean,
they
like-
found. But I mean, if you look at the wallet here, I love just looking at the credit cards and looking at how much, for one, it's just changed.
Yeah. But what's interesting is this must have been under a poison ivy bush. Like this wasn't just
Yeah.
laying on the ground for 20 years because it's obviously not too weathered. It's not too, where was this wallet?
Could have been rummaging through something like old.
Like stuck down in a couch?
It doesn't.
Could
Yeah,
be.
no,
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything.
I
on
need to know
where it
that.
is.
That's more important. That's my curiosity.
A couple headlines just to hit really quick as we've got to jump into our Kentucky Derby virtual festivals. We're talking to the Director of Marketing and Sales for Kentucky State Parks today, as a missing tortoise has been recovered after 74 days on the lam. So he is a 150-pound tortoise who escaped from Tennessee home, and he made his way back. And then in just the headline, I just got to hit a couple of these really quick. Tesla driver on autopilot smashes into police cars. There's our tortoise friend.
Nice.
So good that he found back there. Tesla driver on autopilot smashes into police cars while watching a movie.
Okay.
That's in North Carolina. Florida man fires gun at witch for casting a spell on him.
South Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, do you need to know any more else? I mean, it's just like
I
it's
want to
just
know what was the spell.
you know.
Is this like a love
I think
spell, or was this like
some things are better left unsaid.
okay?
I think we'll leave it there.
Bewitching.
New Jersey man arrested for calling in thousands of dollars worth of fake pizza orders, and
Ooh.
an Oklahoma man has been charged after charging at cops with a samurai sword.
I mean, they're encouraging you not to carry guns. I do think it'd be interesting to go back to the sword days of the 16th
find it out.
century.
Yeah. See, there he is. There he is with his samurai sword right there.
Don't
dear.
carry swords.
Don't carry swords.
Don't carry samurai
That's-
swords.
If you take away one thing from today's show, don't carry swords. We got to get to a break. When we come back, LaDonna Miller will be joining Greg Milby from Kentucky's Heartland as it is the Kentucky Derby Virtual Festival. Coming up today here on In the Know, the Director of Marketing Sales for Kentucky State Parks.
Knocking people on the floor. Big fat woman in a disco.
Hey, it's Greg Milby, community storyteller, and this is the official Kentucky Derby Festival event, the AT&T Virtual Morning Line. My guest this morning is LaDonna Miller, Director of Marketing and Sales for the Kentucky State Parks. Hey, LaDonna.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Happy Friday, first of all.
Yes, and happy Derby.
LaDonna, during this pandemic, it seems like so many more families have taken up camping and other outdoor activities. And with the Kentucky State Parks, have a ton of options for people. So can you talk about some of the hot places to camp in the Commonwealth for people maybe that are new to camping?
I can, and a lot of it has to do with location, Greg, but we do have 32 campgrounds across the state. And it depends more on the family and what their needs are. We have a lot of people who have their own RVs or a little pop-up camper of some sort that they pull behind them. And the best thing to do to choose a campground would be go to parks.ky.gov and look at the camping. All of those spots are managed through Reserve America, but we have sites for large campers, mid-size, and then we do tent camping as well. And it depends on what you're looking for. In the center of the state, we've got some gorgeous campgrounds around lakes. We have some, in unique geological features across the state. Carter Caves is a fabulous campground in the east, and you can explore caves, do some hiking. If you have horses, you can bring your horses and camp with them. And we also have one in the western part of the state. Pennyroyal also has an equestrian campground. But wherever you go, you're going to find lots to do.
So when we get into the fall, fall colors are absolutely beautiful in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. You have the easiest job in the world. All you have to do is show pictures of leaves for you. I mean, right? I mean, so talk about some of the hot spots to go to for fall colors and when should people start thinking about that?
Well, we try to make it easy for you, and we actually do something with fall colors. The title is Color Fall, and we'll have a page on our website, and we'll have spotters in the park. Our recreation staff will go online and give you a report of how the color looks in their park and, when peak color is going to be. Again, with this, it's a personal choice. In the east, you've got fabulous fall foliage. And in the west, we have, of course, more lakes than probably any state around us. And if you have a canoe, a kayak, or if you want to rent a pontoon boat and get out on the water, that's also a great way to view fall foliage.
All right, so somebody doesn't have a camper, they don't have a tent, they've been spending a lot of time at home with the kids doing this NTI stuff, and they haven't taken a vacation too far away. Can you share with us some of the must-do road trips in the Commonwealth, kind of a weekend getaway or maybe even a couple of day getaway that they can do?
And again, this is going to depend on your location. However, wherever you want to take your road trip in Kentucky, a lot of people do choose to go east. And if you just follow the Interstate 64, Interstate 65, you're going to find parks. Call the parks office and get your map or go online and look at the map. Some of my favorite road trips are in the east. If you drive from Cumberland Falls across the state to Pine Mountain, that's a beautiful drive in the east. And then in the west, one of my favorite drives would be in the Land Between the Lakes area down in western Kentucky. That's a beautiful drive as well. And if you're in the center of the state, then I would suggest that you just take I-65. There are also some beautiful parks there as well.
All right, LaDonna, what's the best way to research some of these things that you've shared this morning? And if people want to plan a trip around the Commonwealth, how can they, where do they go to get that done?
Parks.ky.gov. Parks.ky.gov for your road trip information.
LaDonna, thanks for the time. I know you've got a lot going on. The parks are hopping right now with everybody in and out and around, and the weather's been pretty good, except for maybe this weekend. Thanks for taking time to chat with us this morning.
I appreciate it, and don't forget to visit one of our golf courses as well. Have a great weekend.
All right, she's LaDonna Miller, Director of Marketing and Sales for Kentucky State Parks. If you want to get more information, again, you visit parks.ky.gov. I'm Greg Milby, and this is the Kentucky Derby Festival's AT&T Virtual Morning Line.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
The leftovers of Hurricane Laura have weakened dramatically, but still packing enough of a punch here to produce some very heavy downpours passing through from the south and west. And in addition to that, there'll be a very low-end tornado threat this afternoon, mainly for central and southern Kentucky. We'll watch it carefully. Very humid outside, temperatures in the 80s. We'll calm things down over the weekend. The Way 3D Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Brian Good.
Always means a safe and enjoyable summer. This is the 105 Days of Summer, powered by the Litchfield campus of ECTC on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
We could have had it
Did you know there are more ways to arrange a deck of cards than there are total atoms on Earth?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
I read it on the internet, so it's got to be
true.
true.
If it's on the internet.
Yeah.
There are more ways to arrange a deck of cards than there are total atoms on Earth.
That's crazy.
That just sounds wrong, but okay.
Well, you mean atoms as in like the periodic table atoms or the
Men-named atom.
No, like
atoms, like things that make up everything.
Like things that are in this computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I like. ATOMS.
Yeah.
Because I looked it up yesterday, and it was like 8.7 times 10 to the 67th power or something like that is how many.
Okay, so we're
how
talking
many,
atoms, like
yeah.
numbers of atoms, not
exactly.
Okay.
Either one of you fans of A Wizard of Oz?
I can take it or leave it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's on, I'll watch it, but I'm not.
There is a new Wizard of Oz themed hotel room that is at the Roxbury Motel. From floor to ceiling, the Wizard of Emerald's room. As it has a real-life yellow brick road and even poppies in the bathroom. Yay, nay?
Yeah, I'm out. Too much green for me. I think too
Whitney?
much green.
Nah.
You wouldn't...
I'm good.
Elton John, he's speaking out on today's hits. He says, quote, "They're not real songs."
They're just made-up lyrics.
Yep,
They're not from personal
they're not real.
experiences.
He says everybody else, there's 4 or 5 writers on a track. You look at most of the records in the charts, they're not real songs. They're bits and pieces, and it's nice to hear someone write a proper song.
Huh.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo co-creator Joe Ruby has died at age 87, as he was one of the co-creators of, maybe my favorite cartoon growing up.
It was my Madison's favorite, and we had a Scooby-Doo birthday party when she was 4 and everything. Loved him.
Loved Scooby-Doo.
She loved
Shaggy, Fred.
Yes.
Raggy.
Yes,
there you go. Did you know Selena Gomez has a cooking show?
What?
No.
I learned this.
It's 2020.
Apparently, it's getting its second season on HBO Max called Selena and Chef. So she has actual, I don't want to say actual cooks, but like professional chefs come in and I guess help her learn how to cook, and she's got a cooking show there. And
I would watch this before I would watch Amy Schumer learning to cook.
Yeah. Well, and I think there is so many different channels and so many different things
Too many
going on. I
options.
can't keep up.
We need to roll back half the options. Let's get back to like the early 2000s where we had half the options and we could all stay on the same page.
I wish I could just pay X in money and get, Netflix, Hulu, and all of that. Because I can't, it's like, well, now I got this one, I got this one. Oh, wait, now 2 more are coming out. It's like, well, I like that show, but do I really want to,
and see,
I don't want to pay just for the show.
Well, and I can't get into, my husband can sit and he can hear about a show and watch it from start to finish and say a yay or nay on it. I invest. And so I'm very, very particular about what I'm watching because I have to sit and invest.
I only get so many hours a day. I don't know about you all.
Exactly.
NBC has announced their fall schedule for new shows.
There's TV.
Yeah, right. The Voice will come on in mid-October. This Is Us. Aren't you a This Is Us fan? You look for Tuesday, November the 10th.
Okay.
So we'll be the opening up of This Is Us. Do you have any other NBC shows that you...
I couldn't have told you This Is Us was on NBC.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football comes back. First Sunday of the NFL season. That comes back here soon. So that's really your...
See, that's what I'll watch.
Yeah, Whitney's a sports lover.
That's what I'll watch.
Yeah, see, that's where we can get along.
Man.
Well, you got to think here. We're coming up on high school football coming up. Football's coming back, and you have to love that. Dancing with the Stars. I know, Misty, you're not Whitney, Dancing
No.
with the Stars? Absolutely not. Well, AJ McLean is joining Dancing
I
with
know
the
who
Stars.
that is, though.
Who
is that?
He's from Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys.
Oh,
And
He's
you
the
know-
one with the
that
long
was-
hair.
Yeah.
And you know who one of the rumored people to possibly be competing in not Backstreet Boys, in Dancing with the Stars this year?
No, not a clue.
Carol Baskin.
Oh no, this is kind of funny. That's Tiger King lady, right?
It
Yep.
is Tiger
Now,
King lady.
I've only watched about 30 minutes of Tiger King, and Carol Baskins was not a part of it, but I do know she is at the center of.
You just need to watch it all to appreciate it.
I can't. It's so assaulting to my eyes and my ears.
Yeah.
I can't watch it.
Dr. Fauci was asked and he turned it down. So, but as we learned during baseball season, I don't think athletic is really his thing. He can stick to the medicine.
I mean, that's the point, though. You want people who are not athletic. We want to watch you
True.
try to dance.
Yeah.
Fauci to Baskin. We got to get to a break. We'll have more here coming up on In the Know.
A friend and I were talking about an elderly woman he talked to after he dialed a wrong phone number. She said, "I live alone and don't have anyone to talk to. Can we chat for a few minutes?" My friend agreed, and they had a lovely conversation. That woman was not unique. Nearly half of Americans say they struggle with feelings of isolation. Loneliness takes an enormous psychological, physical, and financial toll on millions of people. Rates of depression, heart disease, and stroke are significantly higher in those without strong social bonds. The cost to taxpayers runs in the billions of dollars. Our need for relationship is wired into our DNA. Connection is so important to our well-being that we create artificial versions of it. Things like emails, texting, even social media and video conferencing. As wonderful as those tools are, they only simulate relationship. They can't replace person-to-person connection. People who enjoy deep, meaningful relationships live an average of 4 years longer and are healthier and happier than those without a thriving social life. Connection helps us to live with a greater sense of meaning and purpose. In an age of social distancing, remember that you are designed for close, personal, face-to-face interaction with other human beings. As someone once said, the quality of your life is the quality of your relationships. For more to help you thrive, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
Down here in the South, we like good coffee that's freshly brewed, warm, fluffy biscuits, and a delicious breakfast that suits your fancy. Like a savory sausage biscuit with egg or a tasty single sausage, gravy, and biscuit from McDonald's. Now, just $2 each. Head on over to McDonald's, where breakfast is Southern-inspired and Southern-approved. Price and participation may vary. Available when product served. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages, incentive pay, benefits at 90 days, and a discount stock program offering after 6 months. Applications for production trainees are available in the front lobby with a convenient drop box. So stop by the office at 435 at Embry Drive and start your path to a career with Leggett & Platt. We need 30 new trainees immediately. So join the team where our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Today's point to ponder. Would you rather that aliens that make first contact be robotic or more organic? I got to ask the big questions
Okay,
today.
say it again.
Would you rather that when aliens, if they come, if an alien would come into Lake Buckles right now outside, would you want it to be a robot or more human-like, or what you would see more in the movies?
A more flesh-like.
Yeah.
I think robotic, because you could destroy that with water. Like, wouldn't you short out a robot with water?
Unless they're waterproof.
So now we're fighting with water guns.
I don't know, because if they are a little more organic, they maybe would have a little bit more sense of
humanity.
Humanity.
That's true.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I feel like organic is what I would want, because then you could at least maybe have a conversation with them, or something.
Say, please, we're peaceful.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not.
Yeah, well, we're not here as a society. We are in civil unrest, so you may not want to come in.
Yeah,
I
you might as well go ahead.
I saw that question though, and it made me ponder. Hence
We've
the
not
reason
had
why-
any alien sightings in 2020, and I think that's why. I think the aliens they have lost their minds.
Yeah.
Stay out of the atmosphere down there.
You just jinxed it.
Stay away from 2020.
Well, I mean, what else? I mean,
Whitney, what's going on at the extension office?
well, we've got quite a few things trying to get started for the fall. We are still right now closed. Our office doors are locked, but we are under the impression that after August the 31st that our doors will be open again, but we will still need to practice those social distancing and wear a mask. And so if you do, come visit us, at least, practice those same protocols we've been following. Natalie and I have a Women in Ag Leadership program we're going to try to start, and it's going to be virtual. So if you're interested in that, we have a survey on our website and our Facebook page. And then I am trying to get a virtual Master Gardener program going. Our state horticulture agents are planning this. And so if you're interested in it, it's all online, except for that we are going to have some labs. I haven't quite figured out if we're going to do those via kit, or if we have a small enough group, we can do it at the office, once a month. But that's to be determined. But if you're interested in that as well, please contact us at the office, because we'll need to get information, background check, because it is a volunteer program.
I like that idea. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so it would be, and it'll be on
course,
Fridays.
though.
It is.
To become a master gardener is like a whole college course. Like,
and
you
so
really
it's
do
a commitment,
It
and
is.
I think it's 14 weeks, but we're going to meet on Fridays via online, so you can do it from home, and we'll have a class on
do
Friday
that.
mornings, and then we'll do
there
the
you go.
labs.
I've always wanted to do it. I can't because I have school.
Yeah.
I've not been able to take it on, but hopefully I will soon.
On TV, coming up tomorrow, you have the Tour de France on NBC Sports Network. Love Island, the premiere More to Love on CBS.
Stop doing
No?
these cesspools of love.
Sorority Secrets tomorrow on Lifetime.
I don't think we will. know.
Yeah, we don't. You don't want to know what it's about. I'm going to tell you that right now. You do not know. On Sunday, the MTV Music Awards and Voices Magnified: Policing in America on A&E, examining what it will take to transform the way we police our streets. Is what that says.
Be interesting.
Today's highlight in history: it is UPS Day. As on this date in 1907, Jim Casey borrowed $100 from his friends and started a local delivery service. Next thing you know, it turned into Ups.
Mm-hmm. The guy in the brown shorts.
Yep. That's what my mom always says. When the UPS man starts wearing the brown shorts, that's when you know it's summer.
It's summer. That's a great way to tell
That
the
is,
season
yeah.
change, Adele.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
when he starts wearing the shorts, it's the best way to do it.
I see him more than anybody else in my family.
Yeah.
Well,
Same.
He's like in the USPS. They're like, members of our staff.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
we know
are.
them by name
Yeah,
and everything.
we
along
do.
We
those
do
lines.
too. We're friendly with our guys. They take care of us. And gals.
On this date, 1922, the first commercial was broadcast on radio, hence Radio Commercial Day. On this
for
date,
my income.
in 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech. On this date in 1972, Mark Spitz captured the first of his 7 gold medals at the Summer Olympics in Munich, Germany. Of course, that was the record until Michael Phelps broke it in 2008, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was Beijing.
I think
that he
you're
broke
right.
it.
Yep, Beijing.
On this date, 1996, Prince Charles and Princess Diana ended their marriage.
It was heartbreaking.
It was.
We were also invested in the royals.
I know.
You got to get it right for the rest of us.
On this date in 2003, Brian Wells was the pizza delivery man, was killed when a bomb strapped to his chest exploded when in police custody. That was the...
I feel like I watched a movie or a
there was
documentary
a documentary on it.
Yeah.
Evil Genius, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
On Netflix. Is
it good?
It's good.
It's graphic, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's creep. I don't know if creepy is the right word. It's a little... Unsettling. at times.
Unsettling,
That's
yeah,
probably
that's
the
a
best
good
way
one.
to- It's good though. On this date in 2005, Hawaii won the Little League World Series. This date in 2005, Hurricane Katrina reached Category 5 as it came through. On this date in 2008, President Obama addressed the Democratic National Convention as he accepted the nomination of president. And on this date 3 years ago today, Hurricane Harvey was going through Houston, dumping tons of rain on the city. Birthdays for today. Gone but not forgotten. Born in this state in 1924, actress Peggy Ryan. And author Leo Tolstoy was born in this state in 1828. He wrote War and Peace.
Also known as the Cheesecake Factory menu.
Yes. Very, very,
Yes.
very, very.
That's what they'll
famous.
tell you. Have you ever been here before? No. Have you ever read War and Peace? No. Well, here's our menu.
Other birthdays turning 80 years old today.
That's great.
Richard Sanders from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Turning 77, Lou Piniella, former manager of the Reds. Turning 70, Ron Guidry from the New York Yankees. Turning 62, Scott Hamilton. He's a figure skater.
Yeah.
I'm sure that name
From my
might ring.
childhood.
Turning 55, Shania Twain.
Okay.
Turning
Whose boots have your bed been under?
I was gonna say,
Whose bed have
man,
your boots
I
been
feel
under?
like a
That's
woman.
what it is, right? Yeah.
Turning
Whose bed have your boots been
51, Jack Black.
Oh, man. Yep.
Turning 39, Jake Owen, the country singer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the birthdays. How about a chart topper?
What do you got?
How about we start in 1949, Misty?
Let's not. They just didn't know. They just didn't do it right in the 40s, right? Like, I appreciate it had to start somewhere, but we progressed and we were successful at it in music. So why don't we just start where the real progression and success came, which was about the 60-ish, maybe 70s
Well,
for me.
you might luck out because our chart topper machine's broken.
Well, I didn't unplug it.
Oh, there it is.
Should have been.
On this date, 1949, Perry Como was number one with Some Enchanted Evening.
See a stranger.
Never heard it.
This is what I'll tell you what the music of the 40s is good for. Movie soundtracks.
I was going to say movie soundtracks it reminds me of Christmas music.
Yeah. So
you got to respect the vocals.
I absolutely respect it, and it has a place and time, and we should leave it there.
So should I move up to the 60s? Then?
Like smallpox.
Yeah.
Just we recognize it, but
Or the
we want to
plague.
leave it there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is a decent song.
Okay.
If our chart topper machine will work.
I'll let you know.
Do y'all remember to wipe your feet?
Oh, yeah. I like this.
On this date in 1967, Bobby Gentry was number one with Ode to Billy Joe.
See, I said in the 60s, 70s, this is when we started getting music right.
So this is
This is great.
Okay, so I get a passing grade on that.
Billy Joe
We gotta play that.
jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
Now, the music wasn't always politically correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
It
I
was
mean,
like the Looney Tunes cartoons.
How about 1985?
But we progressed.
So I can jump up to the 80s, or do you want me to?
Please.
Did you want me to skip
Yeah.
the 80s?
But 85 is probably going to be like something Madonna.
So would you
What did
rather
you have in the 70s?
Would you rather me jump back? My chart topper machine got rid of my 70s song. It was Elton
okay.
John. Don't go breaking my heart.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so is it
Got
okay?
85.
So you wanted Madonna? Is that right?
No.
John Parr was number one with St. Elmo's Fire on this date in 1985.
This was on the cusp of hair bands.
Yes.
I was gonna say this is a little.
We're
You
getting
get that
there.
little.
You're getting to the era, the Def Leppards of it all, the Poison, come on, Sam.
So do I jump up to the 90s?
I guess so. What do you got?
Now you're in my realm.
Well,
yeah, these are my teenage years. Early
1994.
90s. Yep, so you are graduated.
Maybe.
I can really sing it for you, whatever it is, if you need backup vocal options here.
Can you,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
can you sing
Who
this?
can't sing that song?
No, but I do have jacket shorts I can
Here we
put
go.
on.
Well, we'll mute it for a second.
Yeah, they're not in the same key as me.
Every school dance.
Okay, we've got time.
That's when we had school dances.
We've got time for one more. 03 or 2012.
Ooh, either one is fine.
They're going to be the same for
Yeah.
me. I was raising kids in that period, so I was listening to the Wiggles.
How about we go to 2012?
Spaghetti.
Ellie Goulding was number one with Lights on this date in 2012, 8 years ago today.
I don't remember this song.
Really?
Because you were raising kids.
I was raising kids in 2012. I was
So spaghetti.
You're saying songs out of range. This one, not even close for me.
Yeah.
I could never even, if I tried.
No.
Whitney, appreciate you tuning in or
I'm glad to
joining
be
us
here.
here today. maybe we'll see you next week some point?
Yeah, at some point. I think Natalie and myself, we're going to be in the bullpen this week. So
yeah, we'll have to make the call, and we'll probably maybe learn some more about the Master Gardeners next week and so on. I'm excited to hear about that. Misty, hopefully you can stay dry this weekend.
Everybody pray the camper does not tip over.
And you never know if
the rain stops.
The rain stops in the morning.
Comes for baseball as well.
Yes.
Lake Buckles doesn't flood us out too. We don't need that. My pearl of wisdom for today: a truly rich man is one whose children run into his arms when his hands are empty.
Mm-hmm.
A truly rich man is one whose children run into his arms when his hands are empty. That is my pearl of wisdom for today. That wraps up our show for the week. We'll see you back here on Monday morning. So for Misty Thomas and Whitney Carmen, I'm Uncle Sam Gormley, and now you're in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky, WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA, 104.9 FM, the Twin Lakes Best.